Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this demo lecture, we will discuss basics of accounting, meaning of important terms and some important concepts. Very interesting and very important subject, and I assure you this subject will be your best subject if you start studying from the very first day and study it with conceptual clarity. This is my favorite subject, and it may also be your favorite subject if you learn with conceptual clarity. And this subject is not like a normal subject, not like other subjects. You will need this subject, especially if you pursue commerce in your future, in your coming higher education. You will always need these basic concepts. Okay, this concept will stay with you for your entire life. Okay, now I'm planning to start tuition classes for class 12 accountancy, and the purpose of this demo lecture is to let my future students know that this is the way you will learn accountancy in my classes. So before starting with the demo lecture, let me introduce myself first. My name is Rahul Sharma. I have 3 years of practical knowledge in the field of finance and accountancy. CA aspirant. I'm CA aspirant, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. I'm still pursuing Chartered Accountancy course, and I have done my IMBA from Mizoram University, and I secured 7th rank in the state HSLC examination 2016 from St. Paul's Higher Secondary School. Now, when you join my classes, you will be able to clear your doubts in English, Mizo, Hindi, Nepali. If normally I will speak in English, but if any student is facing problems, okay, and you want to clear the doubt in Mizo tong pan ke explain the Mizo tong ka thiem rang Mizo ram api angkanya. I can speak fluent Mizo, and हिंदी भी मैं बात कर सकता हूँ, हिंदी भी आता है मेरे को. और for नेपाली students नेपाली पनि भन्नु सक्छु म, नेपालीमा पनि explain गर्न सक्छु, म नेपाली नै हो. And the session will start from 10th of April. Okay, I guess your classes are starting from 5th of April, right? And the session will start from 10th of April. So you have 5 days to decide whether you will join me or not. And classes will be 3 days a week, 2 hours a day. These 2 hours may stretch to 2 to 2.5 hours depending on the concepts or questions we solve. And the fees will be 2,500 per month. Now discount will be available for students facing financial hardship. So now when I say discount available for students facing financial hardship, what do I mean by this? There are many students who really want to study, who want to go to tuition, but their parents have limited resources. They are not so financially sound, and because of that reason they are not able to take tuition classes, right? Because tuition is in today's life, in present scenario, the tuition fee is relatively really high, right? Now those students who really want to study, right, who have the quality, who have the skills to excel in life, I don't want those students to face problem. Okay, what I personally feel is lack of money should not be a barrier, right, to quality education. Everyone deserves quality education. And for those students, okay, you can directly message me in this number after watching this lecture, okay, and you will tell me your problems in case you have any, and I will consider that problem. Okay, I will make such an arrangement that no one knows that you are paying lesser fee. And to be very frank, you don't have to be hesitant. Okay, you can just direct message me and you can ask for concession. Okay, I'll be very very honest with you. I will make sure that I won't let you feel that you are paying lesser fee. Okay, you can trust me on that, because I have personally experienced that kind of situation. Okay, when I was in class 11 and 12, I used to have problems in accountancy. Obviously everyone used to have, right? And my friends, they used to go to tuition. They used to pay rupees 300 for 1 hour. Okay, there was one teacher, I don't remember her name, and she used to charge 300 for 1 hour. Okay, my friends used to go, but we were not that financially sound. I could not ask my parents for this fee. Okay, so I decided to self-study, and I used to have a lot of problems. I used to face a lot of problems. Okay, and when I asked my friends, they used to be hesitant to tell me all the concepts, because obviously they were paying the tuition fee, right? They were going to tuition, they were paying the fees, and because after paying the fee they could get that knowledge. Okay, why would anyone share their knowledge in free? Now I will make sure, okay, so you can direct message me and tell your problems. I will consider that. Okay, and the address will be Republic Van, Aizol. Now you may have a question, right, that we have just started our session, right? Why do we need to take tuitions from the very inception, from the very beginning of the session? Okay, so for example, you will be starting your session from April 5th, okay, and you start taking tuitions from July. Okay, July, August, September, October, November, December, Jan. Okay, February end will be your exam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You will have only 6 months. You'll have only 6 months to prepare for your subject, right? But if you start your tuition from April, okay, see, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 months, right? So by the end of December, you'll be done with your syllabus. Okay, so if you are facing problem, if you think in class 11 you have problem in the subject, okay, there is high chances that you will face the same problem in your class 12. Okay, I'm not forcing anyone that you should take tuition, you are weak, I'm not saying that way, don't take it that way. But class 12, right, it is very important, right? We all know that class 12 is very important for our career, and proper guidance from the very beginning will be very helpful for you. Okay, I'm not only talking about accountancy, be it any subject. Okay, now students used to have problem in BS. Okay, in 2016 I was the second highest in Mizoram in BS. Okay, so I can guide you on how to study BS. Okay, students used to have a lot of problem in this subject. Okay, I can even guide you how to study BS. Okay, that's a completely different thing. If you want, I can make a separate video on this. Okay, now why me? Okay, so I have explained you why it is important to start from the beginning. Okay, in class 12. So if your target is distinction, okay, when I was in 12, I targeted for distinction. Okay, but I never knew that I'll be 7th rank holder. Okay, to be very frank. Okay, I never prepared for top 10. I prepared for distinction, but my preparation was so good that I could be the 7th rank holder. Now, I started from the very inception of the session. Okay, I started from the very beginning of the session. I knew that this will be tough. Okay, so I started from April only. So by the end of December, I was completed with all my syllabus. So January and February, 2 months we had for complete revision only. Okay, so it's very important to start from the very beginning only. Now you may say, why me? Why Rahul? Why we should learn from you? Why we should learn from Rahul? Okay, see, I am way more senior than you, right? I have done my class 12, I have done my bachelor's, I'm pursuing CA now. So I am much more, experienced in terms of everything, okay, as compared to you. So I'll be able to guide you in a proper way. Okay, so first of all, I'll be able to guide you. Okay, I'm pursuing CA, right? Now there will be many students who will be confused, right, what to do after class 12. So I can guide you in very important to take very important decision of your life, right? Now it will be my responsibility to make the syllabus complete. Okay, so I will teach you from, like, in a very proper manner. Like, you are students, right? You don't know what is important concept, what is not. So we being teachers, we know that this particular concept is very important, this particular question is important, this is not important, you may leave this type of question. So you will get a proper guidance. Okay, and I have personally seen a lot of failures in my life. Okay, I've seen a lot of failures, I've seen a lot of setbacks in my life. So as a teacher, I'll be, you may call me a teacher, a brother, or a friend. Okay, so as a brother, teacher, friend, I'll be, very helpful in terms of failure. When you face any problems, right, when you don't want to study, I can even motivate you. So I'll be very flexible. It will not be like normal tuition class. Okay, you come and you study, so we'll enjoy the subject and we will crack jokes in middle, right? And there will be times when you will not feel like studying, right? I will tell you how to deal with those situations. So it will be very interesting. So I hope you will like the demo lecture, and I'm seeing forward for your message. And thank you very much. I'll be very thankful if you watch the whole video. Okay, I'm not saying that you watch this video only if you want to take tuitions. No, I'm not saying that. Okay, even if you don't want to take the tuitions, you can watch the video. You should watch the video. Okay, you should watch the demo lecture. It will be around, I guess, 4 to 5 lectures. So you watch this demo lecture, it will be very helpful to you. It will be very, very helpful for you. Okay, students, without wasting further time, let's start with our basic terms. Okay, so the first basic term which we will cover is capital. Okay, now when I say capital, do I mean Aizawl, the capital of Mizoram? Do I mean Delhi, the capital of India? No, I'm not talking about Aizawl, nor I'm talking about Delhi. Okay, so what is this capital? What is capital? Capital is nothing but the money invested by the owner to start a business. Okay, capital is nothing but the money invested by the owner to start a business. Okay, now when you have an idea of any business, okay, what is the first thing which you will need? The first thing which you will need is money, right? If you have money, you can instantly start your business, but if you don't have money, you'll have to wait. Like, you have to think from where you can get the money. Okay, so that's capital is nothing but the money invested by the owner into the business. Okay, the another term which you will get is additional capital. Additional capital. Now what is this additional capital? Okay, the additional money invested by the owner into an existing business. Okay, into an existing business. So for example, you have started a business here, okay, on 1st Jan 2023. Okay, now you have carried on your business, you are carrying on your business. Now here on 31st of March 2023, you are in need of some additional funds. Okay, you are in need of some additional money. The money which you have invested here, you have purchased materials, you have purchased furniture, you have purchased all the things required to run a business, right? But at this point, when you were carrying on your business, at this point, okay, you are in need of some additional funds. Okay, so this will be called as addition. The money which you will invest at this point, it will be called as additional capital. Okay, now capital is nothing but the money invested at the very beginning of the when you start the business. Okay, this is called the capital. Simple as that. Now the next term which we will discuss is drawings. Okay, now what is the definition of drawing? Amount or goods withdrawn by the proprietor for his personal use is termed as drawings. Okay, examples. Example number 1 is amount. When I say amount, it can be cash or bank. Amount withdrawn. Second example is goods taken for personal use. Okay, now before we move with the conceptual clarity of drawings, let's first understand what do we mean by proprietor. Okay, what is the meaning of proprietor? Who is a proprietor? Who is a proprietor? An individual who undertakes the risk of the business is called proprietor. Okay, an individual who undertakes the risk of the business is called as proprietor. Okay, so if you have a family business, you can relate it in a much better way. Your father or mother will be the owner of the business, right? If it is a sole proprietorship, they will be the one who will take all the important decisions of the business, and they are the one who will bear the risks of the business. Okay, so now let's move further with the drawings. Okay, now what is drawings? Amount of goods withdrawn by the proprietor for his personal use is termed amount or goods withdrawn by the proprietor for his personal use is termed as drawings. Okay, now say for example, Mr. X, okay, he has a shop wherein he sells groceries. Okay, he sells groceries. Okay, it can be potato, it can be tomato, it can be onion, okay, etc. Now Mrs. X. She calls him, okay, and she says, when you come back home, okay, just bring 1 kg of potato and 1 kg of tomato. Okay, do you think Mr. X will go to another shop and buy this potato and tomato? No. What will he do? What will he do? He'll go to his store and he will take 1 kg each of potato and tomato, and he will take this 1 kg of potato and tomato to his home. Okay, so this kind of transaction will be called as drawings of goods for personal use. Simple. Now let's talk about the treatment of drawings in our trading account. Okay, trading account. This is a trading account. Okay, here purchases, right? Now what will you do? You'll have to less the drawings. Okay, and the net amount will be written in the outer column. Now why did we less these drawings? Simply because this purchase, the purchase of groceries, was for resale. Okay, but we have withdrawn the amount, the 1 kg each of potato and tomato for our personal consumption, so that will be called as drawing. So we will deduct that from the purchase account. Now why do we do this? Okay, because we want to know the actual profit earned through the business activity. Okay, now if I did not less the drawings from here, okay, what would have happened? This would be my total purchase. Okay, this would be my total purchase, and the effect I would have seen the effect in my gross profit because of this, right? So it's very important to deduct the drawings. Now let's talk about the amount withdrawn. Okay, amount withdrawn. Okay, amount withdrawn. Now what do I mean by amount withdrawn? I have discussed that introduction of capital. I have discussed about introduction of capital, right? Mr. X started a business. He will introduce cash as capital. He will introduce cash. He will introduce what? Cash in the business. Now the cash introduced in the business will be basically used for the business activities. Okay, so he had withdrawn, say for example, he withdrawn rupees 1000 for his personal use. So what will I have to do? Out of the cash balance, I will have to less drawings. Okay, so this is the treatment of drawing of goods for personal use and drawing of amount for personal use. I hope you have understood this concept very clearly, right? Now the third term will be purchase. Okay, the term is used for purchase of goods for resale. Okay, the term is used for purchase of goods for resale. Okay, purchase of goods for resale. Say for example, you have a furniture business. You have started a furniture store. Okay, you have started a furniture store. Now what will be your goods? What will be the goods for your business? This will be the furnitures, okay, which you have purchased from the wholesale market, from the wholesaler, and you will sell it to the end customer. Okay, so the furniture for you will be your goods. The furniture for you will be your stock, right? And say for example, if I have purchased a computer to keep it in my office, to keep it in my reception, will this be called as purchase of goods? No, this will not be called as purchase of goods, but this will be called as purchase of, you can say purchase of plant and machinery, or you can simply say purchase of computer. Okay, so in purchases, say for example, when you have prepared your trading account, Okay, here you'll have your opening stock, here to purchase. Okay, so when you take this purchase into your books of account, okay, when you record this purchases into your book of account, will you record these purchases also? Will you record this purchase of computer here? No, you will record only the purchase of goods, okay, which you will be reselling it. Done? Clear? Now purchases are of two types. First one is cash purchase, second one is credit purchase. Okay, now what is cash purchase? Payment is done immediately. Okay, payment will be done later on. Okay, you have purchased furniture. Now this purchase will be your credit. When will the purchase be called as credit purchase? When you have purchased the furniture but you have not paid cash for it. Okay, this will be called your credit purchase. Okay, now there is a term called creditor. Okay, related to credit purchase. This will be covered later on. Okay, I'll cover this in a detailed manner. Okay, I hope you are clear with cash and credit purchase. Okay, similarly there is another term called as sales. Okay, what is sales? The term is used for sale of goods that are dealt with by the business. Okay, I've started a furniture business, right? Now I will be selling the furniture to earn the profit. Okay, so in this case, what will be the goods for me? In this case, the goods will be furniture. Okay, so sales are of two types again, cash and credit. Okay, payment is received immediately. Okay, payment is not received immediately. Okay, there is a concept of debtor related to credit sales. This also will be covered later on in a detailed manner. Okay, now let's talk about how will we record this in our books of accounts. Okay, when you prepare your trading account, this will be your trading account. Okay, now here will be your opening stock. I will discuss this later. Here will be your purchases. Okay, cash, credit. Here you will record your sales, cash and credit. Okay, this is how the treatment is done in a trading account. I hope you are clear with what is purchases and what is sales. Okay, now the fifth term which we will cover here is purchase return, also called as return output. It is that part of the purchase of goods which is returned to the seller. This return may be due to unnecessary excessive and defective supply of goods. Okay, so what is, though students used to be really confused with this return outward. If they give you purchase return in the question, okay, you are not confused with this, right? But if they give you return outward, Okay, students usually used to be very confused. Okay, now what is this purchase return or return outward? So for example, let's take the example of furniture again. Okay, now you are in a business of selling furniture. You have a supplier, a wholesaler or supplier, you can call it any name, supplier. Okay, now you are here having a furniture store. Now you have ordered your supplier, okay, to supply you 10 furnitures, and you have specifically mentioned that this furniture should have this design, this furniture should have this design, this furniture should have this design, this furniture should have this design. Okay, now he supplied the 10 furniture to you at your premises, okay, at your store. But out of this 10, okay, out of this 10 furniture, 9 furniture was completely fine. Okay, whatever design you have mentioned, okay, it was perfectly designed, okay, as per your specification, as per your requirement. But out of this 10, there was one furniture which was not as per your specification or as per your design, okay, as per you have informed the supplier. Now you are not satisfied with this, okay, you are not satisfied with this one furniture. Okay, now what will you do? What option are you left with? Okay, what you can do is you can return this furniture to the supplier. Return this furniture to the supplier. Okay, now for you this will be a purchase return. For you this will be a purchase return, right? For you this will be a purchase return, or you can also call it as return outward. Okay, now what do we mean by it? Let's try to understand how will we remember this return outward part. Okay, because this is the part where students used to face problems, okay, to understand return outward and return inward. Okay, now what do you mean by return outward? See, this is your premises, this is your store, okay. Now the supplier has supplied you furniture, the furniture, okay. Now the furniture has already entered your premises, let's do it here properly. Okay, see, supplier, and how will you remember? Supplier, and this is your store. Okay, the supplier has already supplied the furniture, the furniture has entered into your premises. Okay, you have taken the furniture into your premises. Now say for example, okay, the supplier has sent a truck of furniture. Okay, the supplier has sent a furniture of truck, please forgive me for my drawings. Okay, the supplier has sent a truck full of furniture. Okay, 10 furniture is there in this truck. Just imagine, okay, without taking the furniture inside your premises, you started opening the furniture in the main road. Okay, this is the road. Okay, so for example, you started opening the furniture in the road. Okay, how it will be such an awkward situation, right? So what will you do? The first thing, you will take the furniture out from the truck, okay, and you will take this furniture inside the premises, inside your store. Okay, now the furniture has entered your store. Okay, now you will check whether this furniture is as per your specification, as per your design or not. Okay, you will check whether this furniture is as per your design or not, right? Out of the 10 furniture, 9 furniture was okay, completely fine, but one furniture was not as per your design. Now what will you do? You will return. Okay, now the furniture has already entered your store, right? It's inside the premises, inside your premises. Okay, now when you have to return, what you'll have to do, you'll have to take it out of your premises. Right? You'll take it out of your premises and you'll have to send it back to the supplier. So this will be called as return outward. Okay, students, if the question mentions what purchase return, okay, it's very clear that yeah, we have purchased and we have not this was not as per our specification, so we will return it, so it will be called as purchase return. But if the question mentions return outward, students usually used to be confused, right? So I hope you will not be confused after this example. Okay, now how will you record this transaction? Now see, you had prepared your trading account, okay, you had recorded your purchases here, cash, credit. Okay, now what will you do? You'll have to minus the return, purchase return. Okay, you will subtract the purchase return, so the net purchase you will write it in the outward column. Okay, the net purchase you will write it in the outward column. Okay, I hope you are clear with this return outward part, right? Purchase return or return outward. Similarly, we will talk about what? Sale return. Okay, similarly we'll talk about what? Sale return or return inward. Now I guess you can imagine, right? How will we analyze this if in case we are confused? Okay, now see, you have a shop. Now forget about the purchase part. Okay, you are done with the purchase part. Now say for example you have a store, right? You have a store. Now, okay, a customer comes to you. Okay, a customer comes to you, Mr. Sangi. A customer named Mr. Sangi comes to you. Okay, and you are very happy. Oh nice, I have a customer. Okay, she comes to your shop. Okay, and she had chosen a design for you. Okay, she had chosen a design. Okay, she said, yeah, I like this furniture. This furniture is so nice. Can you deliver this furniture at my premises? And you said, yes, okay, fine, I can deliver it. Okay, now what you do? You put the furniture, put the furniture in your vehicle and you send it to the premises of Mrs. Sangi. Okay, now when your employee was loading this furniture in your vehicle, okay, when he was loading the furniture in your vehicle, okay, there was a damage, okay, caused to the furniture. Okay, now without telling you what they did is they delivered this furniture to Miss Sangi. Okay, now when Miss Sangi, now see, the furniture has gone out of your store, right? Now when Miss Sangi opened the furniture, when she get the delivery of the furniture, she saw that the furniture was damaged. Okay, the furniture was damaged. Okay, now she called you and she said that, oh, you have sent me a furniture and it's damaged. Okay, it's not as per my requirement. I don't want this. You take it back. Okay, now this case, what will be this case for you? This will be called as what? Sale return or return inward. See, the furniture already went out. The furniture already went out of your premises, right? It already went out. It was delivered to Mrs. Sangi's place. Now Mrs. Sangi said that this is not as per my requirement. You take it back. Okay, so now furniture, it will come back to your premises. Okay, so now what will happen? The furniture will be inward. It will enter your premises again. Okay, so this is called as sale return or return inward. Okay, I hope you are clear with this example. Okay, now let's talk about the treatment in the trading account. Okay, treatment in the trading account. This is your sales, buy sales, cash, credit. So what will you do? You will less the return here. Okay, and the main amount, the final amount, you will put it in the outward column. Okay, see, say for example you had already recorded this sales. Okay, now what will you do? You will have to less the return amount. Okay, and this will be the final sales value. I hope you are clear with this example of sale return and purchase return. Now the next topic which we will cover is difference between wages and salaries. Right, students generally have doubt in this concept. You simply know that wages is transferred to trading account, salaries is transferred to P&L account. Okay, but that should not be the way you should understand things. Okay, so we will do a complete the detailed analysis between wages and salaries. Okay, now what is a salary? Salary is generally paid at fixed intervals, that is monthly, whereas wages are paid on a daily basis for the number of hours spent. The second point of difference is salary is given to those who are engaged in administrative or office work jobs, whereas wages are paid to those who are engaged in manufacturing processes that require unskilled or semi-skilled workers. Okay, now see, it's very simple. Salary. Okay, now salary is often paid on monthly intervals. Right? You all know that your parents are working in an office, right? And they are being paid monthly salary. Okay, monthly intervals. Okay, on the other hand, wages are paid on what? Daily basis. Okay, for the number of hours spent. Okay, now salary is paid to skilled workers. Can I say this? Skilled workers. Okay, this person to whom salary is being paid, okay, they have the skills and knowledge, okay, of the field in which they work. Okay, on the other hand, wages paid to unskilled or semi-skilled workers. Okay, they do not have the skills and knowledge of the field, okay, in which they work. Now let's take an example. Okay, so for example, now you're in class 11, you'll be going to class 12. Okay, now after you completed your studies, okay, you'll go to an office. Okay, say for example, you work in an accounting department as a senior accounts officer. Okay, as a senior account officer. Now what will be your job? Your job will be to look after the account department, right? Now you will have the required skills, you will know things about accountancy, right? You have that kind of skills and knowledge required to work in a accounting department. Okay, on the other hand, let me take an life example. When I was in when I just passed out class 10, okay, when my exams were over, okay, there was a construction going on, okay, in our nearby locality. There was a construction going on. Okay, we were 4 friends. Okay, our exams just got over, and we decided to go and work in this construction site. Okay, and we worked for 8 days. Okay, and I was paid 2800 rupees. Okay, for 8 days. Now, did I work here because I had the skills and knowledge of construction? No, right? I worked here as an helping hand. Okay, I work here as an helping hand, as an unskilled worker. Okay, so this 2,800 I was paid, was I paid salaries? No, I was not paid salary. I was paid wages. Okay, I was paid wages. This is the reason why we call it payment on a daily basis. Okay, now how will we treat these wages and salaries in the books of account? Okay, wages will be transferred to trading account. Okay, and salaries will be transferred to profit and loss account. Okay, why do we transfer these wages to trading account? Okay, many students, what they do is they just try to understand, they just try to remember this part. Okay, wages is transferred to trading account, salary is transferred to P&L account. Okay, but the reason for this is, see, all direct expenses related to purchase or sales or manufacturing of goods is transferred to trading account. Okay, now wages is a direct expenses. Okay, so it is transferred to trading account. On the other hand, salary is an indirect expenses. Okay, that's why we transfer salaries to profit and loss account. Okay, now in the coming video I will discuss about direct expenses and indirect expenses. Okay, so when I take up the topic of profit and loss account, I'll explain it in detail. Okay, so for now what you have to understand is why is wages transferred to trading account? Simply because wages is a direct expenses and salary is transferred to P&L account because salary is indirect expenses. Okay, so I hope you understood the practical concept of wages and salaries. Okay.